Imagine waking up one morning and your government just printed $10 trillion. Sounds amazing, right? But wait, if everyone has unlimited money, why does a loaf of bread now cost $1 billion? Today, we will find out exactly why governments can't just print unlimited money and what happens when they try. To understand why printing money is dangerous, we first need to understand what money actually is. Thousands of years ago, people just traded stuff directly. One grew apples, the other traded him fish. Simple. But what if one doesn't want apples? So humans invented money as a medium. First, it was gold and silver, rare metals that everyone valued. Then came coins, then paper notes. Each step made trade easier, but the key principle stayed the same. Money is only worth something because we all agree it's worth something. Your $20 bill is just fancy paper. Its value comes from trust and from the goods and services it can buy. This is the golden rule. More money only means more wealth if there are more things to buy. Now imagine you're the leader of a country. Your people are struggling. Unemployment is high. Hospitals need funding. Roads are crumbling. But the treasury is empty. Someone in the back of the room says, "Why don't we just print more money?" And at first, it actually seems to work. The government prints money, pays workers, builds hospitals. People have cash. They spend it. Businesses thrive. The economy looks healthy. This is called stimulus, and in small, controlled doses, it can work. But here's the problem. Printing money doesn't create new apples, cars, or houses. It just creates more pieces of paper chasing the same pile of stuff. Think of it like this. If there are 10 apples in the world and $10, each apple costs $1. Now print 10 more dollars, still 10 apples. Now each apple costs $2. And congratulations, you just made everyone poorer.
Economists have a formula for this. It's called the quantity theory of money. In this, money supply multiplied with velocity equals price level times output. If you increase money supply without increasing real output, prices will go up. Here's what this looks like in real data. This is the relationship between money supply growth and inflation. Notice anything? Every time money supply shoots up sharply, inflation follows right behind it.
But inflation isn't just a number on a chart. It hurts real people. Imagine you spent your whole life saving $100,000 for retirement. Then the government prints aggressively. In 5 years, that 100,000 only buys what 50,000 used to. Your savings just got cut in half, without anyone stealing from you, without any crime, just because of a printing press running too fast. Let's look at what actually happens when a government ignores this rule. Zimbabwe, 2008. The government needed money to fund a war and pay off debts, so they printed and printed and printed. At its peak, Zimbabwe's inflation rate hit 89.7 sextillion percent. That's an 89 followed by 21 zeros. It's not a new problem either. Germany in 1923, after World War I, Germany owed massive war reparations and couldn't pay. So, they printed money to cover the debt. Within months, it took a wheelbarrow full of notes to buy a single loaf of bread. People burned banknotes in their fireplaces because the paper was worth more as fuel than as currency.
More recently, this situation was experienced in Venezuela. Oil revenues collapsed, the government kept spending, and kept printing to cover the gap. By 2018, inflation hit 1.7 million percent annually. People fled the country carrying whatever they could. Lifetime savings became worthless overnight. Zimbabwe, Germany, Venezuela, different countries, different decades, different reasons, but same result. Every time a government printed unlimited money, the economy collapsed. So how do countries avoid this trap? The answer is something called a central bank. an institution like the US Federal Reserve or the European Central Bank, whose job is to control money supply independent of politicians. They can't be told to just print more for short-term political gain. That independence is the safety net. Central banks have smarter tools. They raise or lower interest rates to control how much borrowing and spending happens. They conduct open market operations, buying or selling bonds to adjust money flow. They set reserve requirements for banks. All of these let them fine-tune the money supply without just unleashing the printing press.
And yes, sometimes carefully, deliberately printing more money is the right call. Like during the 2008 financial crisis and COVID-19 pandemic, central banks expanded money supply to prevent economic collapse. The key word is controlled. A small injection, a temporary measure, tied to real economic need, not a tap left running forever. Let's recap what we learned today. 1. Money is just a shared agreement. It has no intrinsic value. 2. Printing more money doesn't create more goods. 3. More money chasing the same goods leads to inflation. 4. Unchecked printing leads to hyperinflation and economic collapse. 5. The solution is controlled, independent monetary policy. Economics isn't just for textbooks. It's happening around you every single day. If this video helped things click, hit that like button and subscribe for more explainers that make the complex simple. Also, drop a comment. Which economic concept should we cover next?